Japan, the land of the rising sun. Japan is known for its high-tech cities, rich traditions, and stunning landscapes, making it one of the top tourist spots worldwide. But this openness to foreigners is a recent development. For over 200 years, from the 17th to the 19th centuries, Japan's doors were shut tight to outsiders. This period, called Sakoku, saw Japan grow culturally and economically like never before, creating many of the iconic treasures we still know today. How did Japan go from being isolated to becoming one of the most advanced countries in the world? Let's dive into Japan's history to find out. Early beginnings. Japan's islands have been inhabited for around 40,000 years. First settlers came from mainland Asia, bringing agriculture and metalworking skills. By the 3rd century AD, southern Japan had formed a central power centered around the Yamato region, ruled by an emperor. Influences from the Asian mainland, like Buddhism introduced in 552 AD, shaped early Japanese culture. In 794, Emperor Kamu moved the capital to modern Kyoto, starting the Heian period. However, as the imperial court focused on internal politics, it lost control over the country. Local noble elites gained power, leading to a feudal system where the emperor's authority weakened. The rise of the samurai, powerful warrior clans like the Taira and Minamoto, grew stronger. The Genpei War, 1182-1185, saw the Minamoto clan, led by Yoritomo, defeat their rivals and set up a new military government in Kamakura. Yoritomo was named shogun in 1192, marking the start of the shogunate era, which lasted for 700 years. Mongol invasions and internal strife. In the 13th century, the Mongol Empire tried to invade Japan twice, in 1274 and 1281. Both times, powerful typhoons destroyed the Mongol fleets, saving Japan. However, the cost of defense strained the shogunate's finances, leading to tension with the samurai. In 1333, Emperor Go-Daigo tried to restore imperial power, was soon overthrown. The Ashikaga shogunate then took control, leading to a period of constant conflict among regional clans, known as the Warring States period. This era saw the rise of ninjas and the introduction of Portuguese firearms in 1543, which revolutionized Japanese warfare. The arrival of European. Portuguese traders arrived in Japan in 1543, bringing muskets and Christianity. These new technologies helped various warlords, like Oda Nobunaga, to unify Japan. After Nobunaga's death in 1582, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, his successor, continued the unification process but did not take the shogun title. Instead, he ruled as imperial regent and planned for his son, Hideyori, to succeed him. The Tokugawa shogunate. Following Hideyoshi's death in 1598, a civil war broke out between factions supporting Hideyori and Tokugawa Ieyasu. Tokugawa emerged victorious at the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600, establishing the Tokugawa shogunate, which ruled Japan for 268 years. This era, known as the Edo period, saw peace and prosperity but was marked by strict controls, including a policy of isolation, sakoku, introduced in 1639, which limited foreign contact. End of isolation. By the 19th century, Japan's isolation began to weaken. In 1853, American Commodore Matthew Perry forced Japan to open its ports to international trade. This led to unrest, and in 1868, the end of the Tokugawa shogunate. The young Emperor Meiji began the Meiji Restoration, moving the capital to Tokyo and focusing on modernization. Modernization and expansion. Japan rapidly modernized, building railways, telegraphs, and a universal education system. The military was upgraded with Western techniques, and Japan began expanding its territory, winning wars against China, 1894 to 1895, and Russia, 1904 to 1905. By 1910, Japan had annexed Korea and established itself as a major Asian power. World War II and aftermath. Japan joined World War I on the Allied side, but faced growing nationalism and expansionist ambitions. This led to the Second Sino-Japanese War in 1937 and a worsening relationship with the U.S. In 1941, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, drawing the U.S. into World War II. After fierce fighting, the U.S. dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945, leading to Japan's surrender. Post-war, Japan was occupied by Allied forces under General Douglas MacArthur. Country underwent significant changes, including disarmament and democratization. By 1955, Japan's economy had surpassed its pre-war levels, and by 1968, it was the world's second-largest economy. Japan became a global leader in manufacturing and technology, transforming into the modern, successful nation we see today. Japan's journey from isolation to global prominence is a testament to its resilience and adaptability, showing how a nation can reinvent itself through times of challenge and change.